Good morning. Let me thank Chief Jacobs for hosting us. What a great facility this is, and a wonderful place. Mitchell Brown, my dear friend, went somewhere. There you are, Mitchell. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it very much. This is, I think, really a historic meeting. It's a unique meeting, and I hope it's not going to be the last one. We have like this. I think the real purpose today, the reason that we all kind of put this together is so we can work closer together. And we all kind of know the statistics, and we all know the kind of rap on Ohio, that we've got 88 counties, we've got 88 elected coroners, we've got 88 elected prosecutors, we've got 88 elected sheriffs, we've got 875 law enforcement agencies in the state at a minimum, 60 Ohio State Highway Patrol posts, 33,000 plus peace officers last time we counted, state agencies that are involved in law enforcement, Attorney General's office that is really in a unique position because what we do is serve the rest of you. And we try to help the rest of you make it so that we can do what we all want, and that is protect Ohio families. And I think a lot of people look at this and say, gee, oh, they wring their hands, they say we've got all these agencies, and it's duplicative and overlapping. But I think we ought to look at it as a strength, and I really think it is a strength. We have tremendous talent in this state. We have tremendous agencies, tremendous departments, just unbelievable law enforcement people throughout the state, and you represent them. We can't put them all in this room, but you're here today representing them. Tremendous strength, tremendous diversity, great talent, and so I look at this as a real asset that Ohio has, and a real opportunity that we have. And it's not like we don't work together. We work together in this state every single day. Prime example, I suppose, is the drug task forces that sometimes have 8, 9, 10 different agencies, different departments who are involved in these task forces. So we do work together. The purpose today is to try to figure out how we can work together more, how we can share information, share ideas, really make things happen. And it's really this kind of synergistic relationship that the whole is going to be more than the collective parts. We saw that really in regard to prescription drugs. And it's not as if we weren't working on the prescription drugs problem before Governor Kasich became governor or Mike DeWine became Attorney General. You all were working on that before. But what I think we've seen in the last year or so is something unique, and that is a real great cooperation as we go against a common enemy, and we try to protect our kids, we try to protect our families. One of the first things we did early on, I remember, was a raid that occurred in Portsmouth, Dr. Lindine's office down there, and I was part of that raid. I looked around and counted, we had 10 different agencies and departments involved. Several from the state, a lot of local, some federal, and that really, I think, is an example of the way we really need to do it and should do it. We've got other areas that we know we are already cooperating on and with each other, but we need to do a better job. Human trafficking, the unbelievable problem of bath salts, which is killing people, causing them to go crazy, causing them to commit suicide, doing unbelievable things. Scrap metal theft, internet cafes, heroin, which when I was a county prosecuting attorney, it was confined basically to our cities. Today it's in every single one of your counties. Every county in the state has a heroin problem. So great opportunities. One of the things that I think we should focus on today is how do we better understand what resources are out there. Sometimes we don't know what resources are available. The Attorney General's office, we may not know some department has a resource. I'll give you an example. We had the idea to come up with a dive team and work with the Kasich administration on this, work with Ohio EPA, put this dive team together. And but we needed some equipment. And we started pricing the equipment. We started looking around and trying to figure out what we could use. Lo and behold, ODNR, when they saw the story in the paper, said, "We've got some equipment." So now we're partnering there. We had no idea. If they had not come forward, we would not have been able to have that dive equipment that is frankly going to make a huge difference. Sometimes people don't realize what our office did. We had the tragedy in Chart, and our BCI agents were there on the scene processing the crime scene. How horrible it is to refer to a school as a crime scene. I know I walked in that day and looked at our agents who were doing the work, and I looked around at the school, and there was all the things that you would see on the wall of any high school about hope and about opportunity and the future, and then it's a crime scene. But afterwards, we had some departments apparently who were contacted Chart and said, "Well, how do you afford those guys? How do you afford BCI days and days in there in doing that work?" Well, the answer is we don't charge anything. That's what we do. And so sometimes there's things that we assume. There's really a misunderstanding or not the knowledge that really we would like to see. So I think today is a real opportunity, and I think we should leave here today with some tangible ideas about where to go. Maybe just as one, I'll just throw one idea out as we begin this. Maybe we need to have regular meetings, figure out in different subsets at a high level. We've got task forces around the state that are working on an operational level every day. Maybe we need to have more meetings at a higher level so we can look at the drug problem, look at the human trafficking problem, put the right people in the room and share information. What are you doing? What are we doing? What are they doing? What can we do together? I think those are some of the things that ought to come out of this session.